We're at a great time in organizational life these days. 4 different generations in the workforce, 10,000 baby boomers a day reaching retirement age and looking to pass the baton to the next generation leaders. And so as you consider leadership transition in your organizations and how best to engage your next generation, and especially to retain those top performers, I'd offer these 4 opportunities for you. First, identify who those high potential leaders are. Now, we've got a lot of people in organizations, and there's nothing wrong with having a few steady eddies around who get the work done. You probably have a couple that you would call the cream of the crop. So identify who they are now and make sure that you gauge your activities around them. I have one client, they have a couple of senior level vice presidents. They know that as they pass the baton in their succession planning efforts, that one of them will probably leave, right? If he doesn't get that job as president, then he may not stay. And so even earlier in the process, you want to make sure you identify who your next generation leaders are, who those high potentials are, and start working to retain them early on. Second, as you're doing that, understand what their career motivations are, understand their individual goals, right? Baby boomer business owners have very different mindsets than Gen Xers or even the millennials, the digital natives who are coming along after them. Our Gen Xers who are the next in line to take over our companies, they're motivated by variety and career mobility. They're motivated by career and work-life balance, not in the same way as their baby boomers who are trying to climb the ladder. So start asking those high potential leaders, what's most important to you? How can we create a job that's most fulfilling to you, that has you engaged and really excited to be working here with our company? Next, once you start to figure that out, provide executive coaching to them. Give them some mentoring and support so that you help groom them, help develop their skills to get to that next level. Oftentimes, training is something that's missed in our organizations, especially small businesses, because we don't have the time for it. So once you identify your high potential leaders, those next generation folks coming up, give them the coaching and training support that they need. And then finally, partner them with the baby boomers. Give them some mentors. Give them that opportunity for rich knowledge transfer so that as they come up, they get those lessons learned. I have one client in DC, baby boomer CEO who's about to retire. He's been in his role for 30 years. His next generation leader's been identified and groomed over the last couple of years. That's part of what our coaching focus was. This last stage is all about mentorship and having that CEO in transition help mentor and deliver new relationships to him. Tell him the lessons that he's learned over the last 30 years so that he doesn't have to retrace those steps. So as you look at your next generation leaders, as you try to engage them and retain them in your businesses, I'd offer these 4 tips to you to continue your businesses well after you may be gone.